Beautiful humans, hello, hello. It's a Saturday, which means it is a brand new video day. But before I get into it, if you don't know who I am, my name is Ruba The Heart-Mender. I am a shadow work and path to self facilitator. Before I begin, first, to each new subscriber, welcome to our tiny, teeny family. With your help and with your support and love, and I'm sure we're going to grow bigger, stronger, and a lot more healed, let's just say. In last week's video, I spoke of the triangle, which is the toolkit of shadow work: space creation, body understanding, and intuition development. And today I'm going to elaborate more on space creation. So what is space, right? Not space and stars and moons, although that is also part of the healing process, is getting connected to everything and everyone, but this is not what I speak about. The space in self, spiritual space, mental space, spiritual practice to create the space. So, what is spiritual practice? I have spoken briefly about prayers in a from a Judeo-Islamic perspective, because it holds a lot of power and a lot of meaning, and it takes up a very big portion of the day for those who practice. So I will be using prayers again as an example, but you can apply this to meditation. You can apply this to silent contemplation as well. And when I speak of divine, Lord or God, you can also take it as universe, as creator, as force, right? Universal force. So just so that you know that whatever I am going to be talking about can actually be taken and can be applied to whatever religious, spiritual, cultural practice that you already have, or you have learned at one point in your life while growing up, or you have picked up via knowing and watching other people. And it could be something that speaks to you personally, and this is the most important thing. It needs to speak to you. Whatever practice you're going to be picking up to create the space needs to be of significance to you. So let's recap. What is space? Space, it is the time that you allow yourself to be with yourself, to connect with yourself, and connect with your emotions, connect with your mental state, and watch its effect on your physical body, right? When we are people in panic mode, our heart palpitates fast because we are in flight or fight response, right? So when you create the space, let's just say in prayer, you sit alone in a quiet place and you feel the thoughts, not connect to the thoughts, because the brain, the thoughts that are coming to us, oftentimes they're not real. They're either placed in the past about things that have already happened to us, which we can never change, or they are placed in the future that also does not exist. So it's pointless and useless to extend and expend energy in remembering the past that cannot be changed, or worrying about a future that doesn't yet exist, right? So space teaches us how to be in the now, how to be here, how to be in our bodies feeling our emotions at this time. And the emotions that get created via the thought process are extremely important because they're the ones that lead us to what needs to be healed. All right? I will talk a lot more about body parts and what pain in these body parts usually mean. But for today's video's purposes, let's just concentrate on, let's say, the heart, palpitating heart, feeling anxious in the heart. Usually when anxiety hits towards something, our first response is to get up and do something, get up and distract ourselves from feeling that anxiety that's coming along. Make yourself a cup of tea, get to the bar, grab a drink, put on your headphones and blast them out. We seldom sit and say, but what am I feeling really? What is causing this anxiety to come about and to be here? And space is that time that you allow yourself to sit down with those feelings, right? And trace them in your body. So let's just say I am worried about my presentation tomorrow. My heart is going boom, 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 boom. So I would sit down. I would do my prayers, I just say. And I would keep my breath going. And I would feel into this heart palpitation. And I would watch what happens when I'm feeling and being with the heart palpitations. Not in the thoughts, although thoughts are gonna come, but I watch them like a movie pass by. I don't engage with them. I don't let my mind run with what ifs. That is easier said than done, believe me, I know. But practice, space, creation, and sitting in space makes it a lot easier. It takes practice. That's why there are many different prayers throughout the day. Morning, early day, midday, evening, and night. Practice makes better. Never perfect, better. And when we get better, the space grow bigger. We allow ourselves to feel more, to process more, to comprehend more about what's happening to us mentally, physically, spiritually. So with the practice that I just talked about, we get to witness ourselves. And the anxiety that comes along, it doesn't come from, let's just say, the project that's due tomorrow or due next week. That anxiety has been created throughout a lifetime of conditioning, of being told, work harder, otherwise you're never gonna make it. Or no matter what you do, you're always going to fail because you're a failure. No matter how much time you put in, it will never be enough because you are never going to do something with it. Right? And these kind of ideas and these kind of beliefs that we have been indoctrinated in through our upbringing, through our society, through the company that we keep and the people we surround ourselves with, our spouses, our parents, our colleagues, all of those things we allow into ourselves, and we take on their projections of their shortcomings. When they spew it onto us, we take it on and we believe that it is our own. So when we create this space and we allow ourselves to sit with the emotion, not the thought, the emotion, and watch what happens to that sensation. Does it change? Does it become bigger? Does it switch to a different body part? And follow it, not with the thought. but with the breath, right? Because as we engage our breath, we keep the thought out. It's like humming or om. You know, these interrupt the thought process and allow us to be in the body, right? That process of following the emotion physically is where the healing takes place. And do it long enough, a minute or 2 or 3, and you'll start to see what happens to your body. Are you tensing up? Are you getting agitated? Are you getting emotional? Did you start crying? And it is allowing yourself to feel the feelings that are behind what presents, behind the facade of the anxiety. And this is where the healing happens. This is when you get to feel. And then at that moment, when you allow yourself to feel, you will know what the root cause is. The memory is going to pop up. You will hear in your mind's ear, it is anger, it is shame, it is frustration. No matter what it is, it will come to you. And once you sit with it and you know it, you get to release it in the body, in the movement, in the prostration, in standing up, in dancing, in punching a bag or punching a pillow. Whatever it is that you need to do, whatever it is that your body wants to do at that moment. And this is how we tie the emotional body with the physical body. And we will be talking about the physical body in next week's episode. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. And if you have not done so yet, go down and subscribe. And go join me on my Instagram page, where you get to know a lot more about shadow work, a lot more about me, and a lot more about my very personal healing and alchemizing process. Until next week, beautiful people, I love you more than you can imagine. Fi amanillah.